What is running on this Galaxy Ultra right now, One UI 8.5, isn't a copy, it's a correction. For the last 5 years, we've accepted that Android is versatile and iOS is smooth. This update brings a new physics engine called Liquid Glass, a massive kernel overhaul that drops touch latency to virtually zero, and a file system change that makes AirDrop look like 2015 technology. I'm not just going to show you the settings menu. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to explain the EEVDF scheduler that makes this phone feel faster than a pixel, the hidden camera assistant tools that fix Samsung's over-sharpening, and how to set up the new storage share to mount your phone as a wireless hard drive. If you want to master your Galaxy, you need to watch this all the way through. We are going deep. Let's start with the physics. Samsung calls this design language liquid glass. In previous versions, when you pull down a menu, the background just got darker. That's cheap. In 8.5, the background refracts. It simulates optical depth. It uses the GPU to warp the light of the wallpaper based on the curvature of the UI element. This is why it feels like the quick panel is physically floating above your home screen, not just drawn on top of it. But the real magic is the interruptibility. Look at this. I swipe to close, change my mind, and throw it back. The animation doesn't reset. It carries the momentum of my finger. This uses non-linear spring physics. It feels heavy. It feels expensive. Apple has held the crown for this specific fluidity feel for a decade. With One UI 8.5, the latency gap is gone. And unlike Apple, Samsung lets you break the rules. Don't like the blur? Go into Good Lock. You can adjust the blur radius and saturation of the glass effect. You can make it look like frosted ice or clear water. Try doing that on an iPhone. Quick question for the comments. Do you prefer this heavy, physics-based liquid look, or do you miss the snappy, instant animations of One UI 6? Comment Team Physics or Team Speed below. I am arguing with everyone in the first hour. Now, let's talk about the feature that actually threatens the Apple ecosystem. It's called storage share, and most reviewers are explaining it wrong. They say it's faster file sharing. It is not. It is file mounting. Here is how you set it up. Go to Settings, Connected Devices, and toggle Storage Share. Do this on your phone and your tablet. Now, open the My Files app. Look at the bottom. Your tablet is listed as a drive. I tap it and I am browsing the actual file system of my tablet over Wi-Fi. I don't have to send and accept. I just copy and paste. I can open a video file sitting on my tablet and edit it on my phone without moving it first. This uses a secure Wi-Fi direct tunnel that stays authenticated via your Samsung account. While we are talking connections, audio broadcast. This is the consumer name for Auracast. Toggle this in the quick panel and your phone becomes a radio tower. You and 4 friends are on a plane watching a movie on one tablet. You don't need splitters. Everyone just connects their buds to your broadcast. It is seamless, and in One UI 8.5, it's finally stable. If you create content, this next hidden menu is the reason you upgrade. For years, Samsung Video has been criticized for being over-sharpened. In One UI 8.5, they finally gave us the kill switch. You need the camera assistant module. Inside, there is a new toggle called video softening. It has off, medium, and high. Look at the difference. Medium applies a diffusion filter algorithm. It smooths out skin texture and reduces that harsh digital noise in the shadows without losing actual resolution. It looks like cinema, not like a smartphone video. And for the pros, look at this. Autofocus transition speed. You can now tell the camera to focus slowly. Instead of snapping instantly, which looks jittery, it glides. This is essential for cinematic B-roll. If you aren't using these settings, you aren't using the S26 camera to its potential. Okay, retention check. If you are still watching, you care about performance. Let's talk about why this update feels different. It's not just animations, it's the scheduler. I analyzed the firmware on build CZAA. Samsung has moved from the Linux kernel 6.6.77 to 6.6.98. That is a massive jump. But the key is the new scheduler, EEVDF. That stands for Earliest Eligible Virtual Deadline First. Old Android schedulers tried to be fair to every app. EEVDF doesn't care about fairness. It cares about latency. It knows that drawing the next frame of your UI is more important than downloading an email in the background. It cuts the line. This eliminates those micro-stutters we have been dealing with for years. This also powers the new network battery saver. This feature uses on-device AI to learn your sleep patterns. When you sleep, it doesn't just stop syncing. It puts the 5G modem into a deep idle state. Beta testers are reporting 15% better standby time. That is, hardware level efficiency delivered via a software update. Turn this on immediately. One UI 8.5 is a statement. It combines the visual polish of iOS with the file system freedom of Windows and the kernel efficiency of Linux. It is the most complete mobile OS Samsung has ever built. But even with this update, there is a massive problem. New leaks suggest the S26 Ultra is actually getting a hardware downgrade that could ruin the experience we just talked about. You need to see this before you decide to upgrade.